Though Delaware may be the second smallest state in the U.S., it harbors a surprisingly rich tapestry of cryptid lore. From ancient indigenous legends to modern-day sightings, the first state has its share of eerie entities that lurk in its forests, swamps, and shadows. I am Michelle,
And I'm Isaiah.
and this is Shifting Veils, where we talk about the unexplained, possibly paranormal, and always strange.
In this week's episode, we're heading to Delaware in search of those ever elusive creatures that we call cryptids. But before we do that, be sure to like our channel if you're on Spotify and subscribe if you're on YouTube so you can come back for more unexplained, possibly paranormal, and always strange content. Now back to the story.
In the shadowed corners of Delaware's ancient forests, where the trees seem to lean in just a little too close and the wind carries whispers that don't belong to it, legends stir. Among the most unsettling is that of the Pukwudgie, a creature as elusive as it is unnerving. Small in stature, but immense in power, the Pukwudgie has haunted the folklore of indigenous people for centuries, its name echoing through generations as both a warning and a mystery.
At first glance, it might seem like a woodland sprite, something out of a fairy tale, mischievous but harmless. But the deeper you go into the stories, the darker they become. These beings are not the friendly forest dwellers of old folklore. They are tricksters, shapeshifters, and sometimes killers, known to lure travelers with glowing lights, push wanderers off cliffs, and vanish into thin air with a cruel laugh. Their legend is not confined to the past. Even today, hikers in Delaware's forests report strange sightings, eerie feelings, and encounters that defy explanation. Some claim to have seen small gray figures darting between trees. Others speak of being followed by lights that disappear when approached. The forest, it seems, still belongs to the Pukwudgies. To understand them is to step into a world where myth and reality blur, a place where ancient grudges, supernatural powers, and the primal fear of the unknown converge. Whether you believe in cryptids or not, the Pukwudgie invites you to question what might be watching from the woods when the sun begins to set. So let's follow the trail deeper. Let's meet the Pukwudgie.
I think the Pukwudgie is a really funny name.
It sure is.
The Pukwudgie is a creature that straddles the line between fairy tale and nightmare. Though small in stature, these beings are said to possess immense magical power, and a temperament that shifts from playful to deadly in the blink of an eye. The name Pukwudgie roughly translates to person of the wilderness, and they're believed to inhabit the forests of Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Indiana, and of course, Delaware. They are said to be 2 to 3 feet tall. Their skin is observed as gray and smooth. They have big ears, fingers, and noses, and is often described as troll-like from behind. An earthy, sweet scent is noted when he is spotted. Earthy, sweet scent. It's not patchouli.
Maybe.
Patchouli isn't really sweet, though. It's definitely woody.
I think it depends on who smells it, I think. I mean, there's a lot of people that don't like sandalwood. Sandalwood is...
It's true. And some people don't like patchouli. And maybe it just depends on who's wearing it, too. Whether it
That's
smells
true.
kind of sweet.
Patchouli is my favorite scent, so...
I like patchouli, and I like sandalwood. For sure.
They appear as a cross between a gnome, a fairy, and a forest goblin, but their powers and behavior are far darker than their whimsical appearances suggest. One of Delaware's most enduring cryptid legends, the Pukwudgie, are known for their supernatural abilities, which vary across legends. They are said to have the ability to disappear and reappear at will, are known to shapeshift into animals like wolves or bears, are capable of casting spells and curses, and are highly territorial and unpredictable.
Bears. That's kind of big for them being such small stature.
And be baby bears.
I guess. I guess. Yeah, I suppose so. It's just crazy to think of this thing that's supposed to be like 2 or 3 feet tall, like shift into a bear. I guess it'd have to be a baby bear for sure.
I mean, if you look at skinwalkers change into different shapes too.
That's
bigger than what they are too. So
Definitely true.
Some tales depict them as helpful spirits, while others warn of their dangerous pranks and hostility. These creatures are said to haunt forests and swamps, especially in desolate areas where humans rarely tread. They are believed to kidnap children, blind victims with sand, and push people off cliffs. Their tricks range from harmless pranks to lethal sabotage.
Sand. Pocket sand? Like,
I assume it's gotta be.
despite their mythical roots, sightings persist into the 2000s in Massachusetts, Indiana, and Delaware. These reports often describe eerie lights, strange noises, and feelings of being watched, hallmarks of Pukwudgie mischief. One such report took place in July of 2007. A woman by the name Helen J. was driving with her daughter along Broad Kill Road, a quiet stretch that borders the Prime Hook National Wildlife Refuge near Broad Kill Beach, Delaware. The area is known for its dense marshes, rich wildlife, and remote atmosphere, ideal conditions for both natural and unexplained phenomena. As dusk settled over the landscape, Helen noticed a small creature standing on the roadside. She slowed the vehicle to get a better look. What Helen saw was a creature that was approximately 2.5 to 3 feet tall. Its body was a tannish gray color. It had long legs and a thin tail. Its face was puggish. The creature did not resemble any known animal native to the region, not that Helen was aware of anyway. It stood still, seemingly unafraid of the vehicle, before disappearing into the tall grass. Apparently, Helen later learned that her other daughter and her daughter's friend had seen the same creature 1 year earlier in 2006, while driving at night in the same area. It had run in front of their car and vanished into the swamp. Additionally, a local store owner who had grown up in Broadkill Beach confirmed she had seen the creature years before while dirt biking with her father. She noted that sightings were extremely rare and told Helen that she was lucky to have seen it. Searching for answers, Helen visited Prime Hook Reserve Museum shortly after the sighting to inquire about the creature. Staff members were unable to identify it and had no records of similar animals in the area. No official explanation was provided, and no known species matched the description. Though Helen did not initially refer to the creature as a Pukwudgie, either out of being afraid of ridicule for being or believing in such things, or just not wanting to believe it herself, the description aligns with folklore surrounding these cryptids.
Helen J's sighting remains one of the most detailed and credible cryptid encounters in Delaware. The consistency across multiple witnesses, the location's isolation, and the creature's distinct features have led many to believe she may have encountered a Pukwudgie, or a similarly unknown entity. To date, no scientific explanation has been confirmed, and the creature has not been officially documented.
Though some speculate it could be a canine with short spine syndrome, others believe it's something entirely unknown. The creature's gait, whether bipedal or quadrupedal, is it quadrupedal? Quadrupedal? Okay, on two legs or four legs, remains a mystery. Delaware residents have shared stories of seasonal sightings of the cryptid that appears across all three counties. All three counties? Does Delaware only have 3 counties?
I assume that you're. I assume it was just 3 counties that there were sightings in specifically.
Oh, okay. Sightings tend to peak in late summer to mid-fall every fourth year, suggesting a migratory or sleep cycle. Details are scarce, but the recurring nature of the sightings has sparked speculation about a hidden creature that moves with the seasons. Despite its size, Delaware's dense woodlands, wetlands, and coastal marshes offer ideal hiding spots for elusive creatures. The state's rich indigenous heritage also contributes to a deep well of folklore that continues to inspire cryptid tales. The Pukwudgie is more than a cryptid. It's a cautionary spirit, a reminder that the forest holds secrets best left undisturbed. Treat them kindly, and you may escape with only a prank, but offend them, and you might find yourself lost in the woods, lured by a glowing orb with whispers in the trees guiding you toward a cliff's edge. So, what did Helen J. see that summer evening in 2007, standing silent and still along Broadkill Road? Was it a malformed animal, a trick of the light, or something far older, something that's been watching from the edges of Prime Hook long before the roads were paved? The creature she described matches no known species, and when multiple witnesses, years apart, report the same strange figure in the same stretch of swamp, folklore begins to feel less like fiction and more like a warning. Whether you call it a cryptid, a forest spirit, or a Pukwudgie, one thing is certain: Delaware's swamps are not empty. They breathe, they remember, and sometimes they reveal just enough to remind us the wild still holds mysteries we haven't named. Thanks for joining us on this journey into the marshes and myths of the first state. If you've had a strange encounter in Delaware or anywhere else, reach out, because the stories we share might just be the breadcrumbs that lead us deeper into the unknown.